Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast episode 70 for Tuesday the 4th of May 2021. I'm your host Mark Webb, gamertag PistonD Webby 360G, and joining me on this fine evening is...
Rather than line of duty, said my dad.
Borough Boys, we are here. The posh again up. It's Borough Boy Peebs.
Boring old Sensei Switch.
Well, we were meant to have Sly Almond on as well.
Yeah.
But he's asleep, which we don't blame him. But he was really excited to come on. He was like, I'm going to stay up and come on just like I did last week. I was like, all right, mate, yeah, it's cool. And he's asleep. So, Sly, I know you're listening. No hard feelings, mate. It's fine. Sleep
he'll be in. He'll turn up late. He'll roll in at some point. Apologise.
He probably will, actually. Yeah, because he put all that effort into filling out the Google sheet for the show notes today, and he's not here, so I can read out his games played if anyone's interested.
No, you're right.
We can save that for another day. Yeah. So hopefully next weekend, if all goes to plan, I'm going to be recording a show with some of the patrons, including Sly, because he is actually a paying patron. So I've got Sly, Wes, and Turner. Turner's a bit of a maybe, but I'm hoping Turner does come on. Wes is dying to talk about Returnal on the PS5. He's really, really enjoying it. He's been talking to me about it a lot this weekend. So I'm hoping he's played a lot more of it by the recording, and I'm sure he will do, and he'll be giving it a glowing review. So it'd be nice to have a bit of PS5 exclusive games talked about on the show for a change. So that'll be cool. Yeah. Shall we get into the news?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't we miss one news story out last week, or was it before?
I don't know, mate.
Probably, mate.
I can't remember if we talked about Sony rescinding the closure of the PS Vita.
Yes, we
and
talked about that last
PS3
week.
stores.
Yeah,
we
talked about that last week.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Did you weren't on last week, were you, Darren? I can't remember. My memory's awful. There was a week you didn't turn up. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I think it was the week before last.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we definitely talked about the store closures and then rescinding 100%.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so as you can see, there's a little game stream. Well, for those who are on Twitch, there's a little game streaming at the moment. Lost Souls aside, I found out about this week. It's a game made by a Chinese studio called Ulti0 Games. Dan told me and Darren were having a conversation about it before the show, and I was actually informed that it's made by one guy, which I didn't realise, which is pretty insane. So it looks like a cross between Final Fantasy and like a Devil May Cry type game. Now, this is typical of the Chinese because the main character looks like a complete rip-off of Noctis from Final Fantasy 15, and even his moves are set in everything. So it's just like, is that Noctis when I first saw it, or what? You know. But it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive as well. It looks pretty awesome, to be honest. There's 17 minutes of gameplay on IGN, and it's very action-packed. So check that out. It looks awesome. There's no release date set yet, but it's one to keep an eye on.
Interesting.
Yeah. Little bit of news about Returnal. So Returnal launched this week. It's getting glowing reviews, 9 out of 10s, pretty much all over. But I have been reading a lot of reviews saying that it's not worth the £70 price tag because it's basically like you do multiple runs. So you do a run and then you die, you respawn and you redo it again. So we're not sure on the longevity of the game as a whole, but also a lot of players have been complaining that some of the runs are really long and there's no save and quit option. So if you turn off your PlayStation, you lose that run. So you've got to pretty much keep on playing until you die.
Welcome to old school gaming.
Yeah, but with old school gaming, your runs would probably last about 10 minutes. Where I'm thinking on
Well,
this,
no, I'm
your runs
talking.
can last an hour
So
or so.
I'm talking to us 40-somethings, mate. Basically, anyone that moans about save points, as far as I'm concerned, should shut up.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, and people have got families, kids, and all that sort of stuff. Might be wanting to have a little game in, and then get told, well, if you're Clarky, right, and you're under the thumb, and your missus tells you to get off the console. Okay, dear, I'm gonna get off the console now. Instead of a bloke who has a bit of balls and said, "Look, woman, when my run's over,
God, here we go.
I'm going to fucking play my game," right?
That's exactly how you talk to Leon, isn't it?
100%.
100%, yeah. Well, you should be really proud of yourself.
You kissed your gums.
Oh, I get called misogynistic all the time. I don't care. Yeah, I'm old school. Anyway, what was I trying to say? Yeah, so the people are complaining about.
Well, I thought you said it quite clearly.
But it's but I think it looks like a good game. I really do think it looks like a good game. So yeah, that's interesting. Wes has offered if I buy a PS5 that I don't have to buy any games because he'll game share with me and he'll buy all the games. But I'm still not buying a PS5 for the foreseeable. For the fact I can't even get one. But there we go.
I almost managed to get one early in the week. Smith Toys, there was an alert come on my phone, the first one I've seen in ages. And I actually had one in my basket, and then I went, nah, fuck it, can't be asked.
So that's fair enough. I've got two Xbox Series X's now, and people have been going, sell your second Xbox for PS5. I'm like, no way. Nah. Man cave, baby. Yeah. What's it saying? So, next piece of news. Actually, I'm going to put that piece of news in with the other piece of news. Battlefield 2021. A couple of screenshots were leaked today. One of them only looks like gameplay, and the other one looks like art. So the art one looks like a nice big green island with some helicopters flying over it. Not super interesting. And then the other one looks like gameplay of the inside of a chopper. Again, not super interesting, but it just looks like... I mean, the only reason this is newsworthy is, one, these are apparently leaked, and it's just showing off a little bit of the graphics in this one screenshot that looks pretty okay. So, there's that piece of news. Cool beans. A little bit of news regarding console sales. The PS5 has sold to date 7.76 million units. That's pretty good. The Xbox Series X and S combined has sold 4.67 million units. So, but the thing is, I'll take these with a pinch of salt, right? Because both systems are completely sold out. You can't get them. So I think that's just how many they've been able to fucking produce, to be honest.
Who knows?
Well, there's apparently an issue with the chips, isn't there, at the moment? That
everywhere.
Use.
Yeah.
Everywhere across the whole world, all sorts of electronics are actually screwed.
Yeah.
They can't get the silica out the ground fast enough.
Is there going to become a point where we run out of materials in the ground?
Of course there is. Everything's finite. I think when this situation, because of COVID and no one really kind of saw the upscale demand for electronic items because of lockdown.
Yeah.
So, and couple the fact that you had two major consoles penciled in that they had to mass produce quite quickly. And all of your graphics cards everyone wanted at the same time.
Well, they still sold out everywhere. You can't get them.
It was a perfect storm. And, until I saw one that I think it was on the news, I think it might be in Sky, was saying that there's going to be at least 2 years. Oh, someone's got a phone going on. There's at least a 2-year backlog on this catching up of everything. So I can't see this getting fixed anytime soon. I really can't.
No, I agree. Crazy state of affairs, really.
We shouldn't have all copied each other's tech, and then we wouldn't have this issue.
Yeah.
That's the problem, isn't it? It's all the same parts, but a different order.
Yeah.
But hey, hurry that.
Yeah.
Get what you can. Avoid the scalpers, and that's it, really.
Yeah.
Play the game.
A little bit of news, Game Pass news. Dragon Quest Builders is coming to Game Pass on the 4th, so in 2 days' time from this recording, or the day that the podcast actually officially comes out, which is quite interesting because I believe this has always been an exclusive to
Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo, yeah, so
Yes.
that's pretty mental. And there's a lot of
What's
other
that? Joist Builders.
What's that?
So what was the game? Joist Builders.
Dragon Quest Builders.
Oh, right, no, it was on the Vita as well.
Oh, was it?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But with the Nintendo stuff, there's a lot of rumours circling around if there's something going on between Xbox and Nintendo still, because there's these videos of Phil Spencer with a Switch in the background on his desk.
Yes.
So
Who knows?
If
Who
anything,
knows?
I would say it's going to be some xCloud stream to and use your Switch as like the unit that you control the stream the game from, because the system isn't powerful enough to obviously run
yeah.
like most of the Xbox stuff.
Well, if they did that, that'd be pretty nuts.
It's better than streaming it to a shitty mobile, isn't it?
And it'll be a good throughway into Japan as well, if you think about it,
Yeah.
in terms of
As I say,
service.
I think Xbox should just rebrand as the Dreamcast 2 in Japan. It'll sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, but the Dreamcast actually had good games on.
Oh,
Shots fired.
Not that there's a lot coming out on everything these days, but
Yeah,
like
I know.
the Dreamcast has got some pure classics on it. That
Yeah.
I'd say the closest thing to the Dreamcast, in my opinion, was the original Xbox.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, yeah.
It's that had quite a lot of
Giant joypad.
well-produced niche Sega games and stuff for it as well.
Yeah.
Noisy hard drive, or new noisy console.
Yeah.
Heavy. Yeah. I suppose.
Times.
Anyway, next.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so I thought I'd throw this in because I think a lot of people have forgotten about this. The Atari VCS. Remember this?
Long time ago.
So there's
The Kickstarter one.
Yeah, so there's a new console coming out called the Atari VCS. It's made by a different company because Atari keep on sending the name keeps on getting passed around like just a filthy whore. That's true. Right.
Yeah.
Like a used condom.
Well,
So there was a little article on USA Today of all places, and they've played it, right? So I just thought it was quite interesting. So basically, it's like a little it's a little box, and it has like the old school joystick and a normal controller. But what they were saying is it's mainly aimed at playing the classic games such as Asteroids and Missile Command and Millipede and stuff like that. But also it's like a little media box because it has apps like Disney Plus and Netflix and YouTube and stuff on it. And you can also install your own operating system, so you could use it as a mini PC. It's just really bizarre.
that's well, yeah. I don't get it. It's like a set-top box. It's like a set-top box, but with the shit version of Pac-Man on it.
It looks quite nice, but that's about it.
It's a fucking Ouya, mate.
It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna die a death. It's gonna do shite.
I don't think it's a case of it dying a death. It'll be a niche market. You'll find it knocking around and go for peanuts in the end, and all of a sudden there'll be there'll be an interest in it, and it'll be worth a fucking fortune. So,
Soldier Boy will rebrand it.
Yeah, we'll see. Someone will buy it. Who will buy it? Who do you reckon will buy it? Paul, would Stunty buy it?
Nah, I don't even think Stunty would buy this. I know he likes to hoard stuff, but he likes his older crap, doesn't he? So.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably some people that like maybe collect the Ouya because it was kind of a weird looking little system, wasn't it? It was like a little cube, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Ouya. Remember that?
But yeah, it does just seem like some companies just trying to get some brand recognition out of the name alone.
Yuck. Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was an interesting piece of news. Anyway, a little bit of news about Activision. Apparently, every single studio within Activision or team or whatever you want to say are now working on Call of Duty.
Fucking hell.
I know. It's disgusting, isn't it?
I don't know, was it? Well, they reduced. Was it Bobby Kotick? His wages got reduced, got cut in half this last week, but he's still in line to get a huge, humongous bonus at the same time. You know,
I mean,
it's
Warzone makes a lot of money though, doesn't it? Because you buy the
yeah,
pass
I know. Pete and Colin love it, but it's just artistically moribund, isn't it? It's yeah, it's just.
Yeah, but
horrible.
Activision are greedy fucks because there's a load of people complaining because you know the Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 remaster.
Oh yeah.
You had to pay to upgrade it to the Series X version and or the PS5 version. So, oh my god, you look at it's been review bombed on Xbox because you can have reviews under the digital purchases on Xbox. Yeah. It's been review bombed completely 1 stars because of that.
Well, they completely went smart delivery. Fuck that. We want our cash.
Yeah, we want our extra money, cunts.
I bet Xbox weren't happy about it either. So
probably not. That's why I've not bought that game because it's too expensive for a start. It's a rip-off, and the Activision are just they are EA of 10 years ago. You know,
it's like a baton.
It is a baton that has been passed.
The baton of hate, yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear. Anyway, my last piece of news is quite interesting. So you know that there's a lawsuit going on at the moment with Epic, with Apple about Fortnite, right? It's about the cut that Apple are taking.
Yeah.
For the
30%, isn't it? It's a standard cut Apple takes from every single.
Well, it's a standard
company.
cut across the whole gaming industry. Sony, Microsoft, like every single game.
Microsoft have actually just lowered theirs.
Well, this is my news. This is.
Oh,
my news.
sorry.
Right, yeah. So getting into that. So there's been some leaked internal documents from Microsoft, and they're going to be cutting the take from 30% to 12%. That's a big fucking cut. So basically, all third-party games that come to... I mean, well, this is part of the news, right? If you put your game on the Xbox PC platform, it's already at 12% anyway. But they're going to be doing that on the console side this year. So that's a big drop. So the reason this is big news is, one, Microsoft have to go to this court thing as like a third-party witness, just to say what's been going on and blah, 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 because every fucker's been dragged into this stupid court battle. But also, a bulk of revenue from Nintendo and Sony is made from this revenue share of 30%, right? So the fact that Microsoft are going to be cutting it down to only 12%, there's a couple of factors here. One, more game publishers are going to be like, well, we'll just go to Xbox, so it might mean more exclusives on the Xbox. And number two, it may force Sony and Nintendo to also lower their percentage that they take for third-party games, which for Sony would be really, really bad because they're all, it's kind of their main revenue stream, isn't it? And obviously it'll hurt Nintendo as well, but I think Nintendo, Microsoft are playing hardball here, massively, with Game Pass and now lowering this percentage take. These other games companies are going to be like, what the fuck is going on?
It's certainly going to disrupt the market.
100% agree, yeah.
That's definitely on top of that. It also goes a long way in explaining why digital games are sometimes more expensive than the physical versions if you factor in the 30% cut.
Yeah.
That these publishers or these console.
But I think that cut is also on the physical copies as well, Dan. I think because they've always taken a cut of.
Well, we don't know.
That's why the prices are bumped up on console anyway over PC.
Yeah.
It's hard to. I mean, we haven't seen the full agreement, but there is certainly elements of disrupting the market coming in on that. How that will work, I don't know. But what's becoming more and more apparent is that Apple are getting more and more of a bad flack for taking this 30% for, for essentially just hosting an app, and then, for example, some apps will do a workaround. For example, on I think my Amazon app, I can't actually purchase a film or TV series through the app. I have to go on through the browser to purchase it for it to appear.
Yeah.
So there are workarounds of doing that.
So what's
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, really.
So because Apple take 30% of all the DLC stuff within the game, so I'm not sure how much of a cut like Sony or Microsoft or whoever take. I don't think they take a cut of the in-app purchases on Fortnite. But what was quite interesting as well that's come out from this court case is over 50% of the money made in Fortnite is on the PlayStation.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is quite interesting, isn't it?
Well, it's a bigger install base, I guess.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But I just thought it was quite like, fucking hell. Just PlayStation, so that's crazy.
Well, there you go. Just keep your eye on it. I mean, the prices aren't going to stop, Sony charging 70 quid, is it? So,
no.
Make of it as you will. It's one of those things.
Well, it's not going to stop. I mean, it's not going to stop Sony, Dan, because the £70, the only games that are for sale for £70 on PlayStation are the ones that Sony publish themselves. Like the third-party games.
That's even more of a pickle, isn't it? You think about it.
Yeah.
Sony taking a bigger cut on its own cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's quite interesting. Yeah. Any other news?
That's it, really. But that's why I had penciled in as well that your last story there. So
yeah. I mean, that's quite a big piece of news, really, because I think that 30% has been the market standard since forever. To be honest,
God knows. I mean, we don't know enough about this, to be honest with you. A lot of what you found out pretty much there is very, very confidential information, no doubt, and it's probably only part of it, and it's a lot more nuanced on that. Yeah. So take what you've got there with a pinch of salt, and see what comes off the back of this. But I can't see this. I can't see this going well for Apple personally. I can't see it going well.
I mean, it's not going to affect us anyway. So I just thought it was quite interesting. Oh, and also on that news item on that same page was Stalker 2. So that's coming to PC and Xbox. For some reason, it's got a 4-month exclusive to the Xbox over the PlayStation. And apparently
I didn't think it was coming out on anything else, to be honest.
So I saw in the news this week that it was going to be Xbox and PlayStation exclusive, and then I saw on this second piece of news on this page on Eurogamer that it was going to be a 4-month exclusive to Xbox over PlayStation. It has something to do with this 12% deal because they want more copies to sell on the Xbox because they get more of a, they get more money, right? So those are the two things. We'll see what happens. So, Darren, because obviously I've seen both pieces of news on that game. So, yeah, interesting times. Yeah, interesting times.
Did you read the article I put in our WhatsApp group about the gamer who died with a controller in his hand?
Legend.
That was a really dark story, Peeps. I read that and I went,
yeah,
really dark.
It's I think it was classed as an unintentional overdose. I think he had a lot of drugs in his system, but I just thought that's how Webby's going to go. Webby will die with a controller in his hand. Wasn't he? Such a gaming addict. It's like
crazy you are, man.
Insert "Are you winning, son?" meme here.
Yeah. Cool. All right, should we get into what we've been playing?
Yeah, man.
So we've got a lot of games to get through.
Have we now?
Well, I have.
Oh, fuck. You know what we let ourselves in for?
How many games? I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Spoilers.
8, 9, 10, 11 games. I'll talk about today.
Well, hopefully
no time for gaming.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to knock some that's down somewhat by the time we get to you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you will. Yeah.
I've played the Resident Evil Village 60-minute demo earlier today.
Oh.
and,
I
and
thought
it's
it
not.
was- Is it
Yeah?
scary? Is it scary?
Not really. No. There's two demos on it. There's two sessions. There's the village level, which I focused most of my time on, and castle level, which I played and then got lost, and then my 60 minutes ran out.
That's really
So
shit. I just want to say that's a really shit way of doing a demo.
Yeah.
You get 60 minutes. Oh, fuck off. Just let me enjoy the fucking thing. That's why I've not downloaded it.
Well, to be honest with you, I'll get onto my thoughts about I'll elaborate as I go along, but I played it on the Xbox One X, and to be honest with you, it was all right. It was fine. It played well,
Yeah,
smooth, no tearing. It felt solid. It was good. It looked good, so I was quite happy with that. I've seen it run on higher systems, and it's a bit sharper, obviously, and a bit probably with 4K will look good. But if you're playing on a lesser system on Xbox in particular, you won't feel shortchanged, in my opinion. And this was an earlier build of the game as well, so that's good news. Other than that, I mean, the first one you get dumped in a little ramshackle village, I suppose. It's hard to pinpoint exactly where this is. It's not like Resident Evil 4 where you go to some kind of made-up Eastern European country where you get lost in the village, Webby, and can't get out. Yeah. This one seems to be almost like an Amish community, kind of like very kind of like old world, old cast school kind of way of living. And things go from bad to worse, I guess. I mean, there's the main enemies on this are best what I would describe as beast people. They're
beast people.
Yeah, they're kind of like half. It's no like if you watch the trailer, they've referred to lycans, which are obviously werewolves. So there's an element of. I mean, they come across these feral like men, I guess, who basically just tear strips out of you. So I played it on normal and then got killed by them, so I nubbed it down to casual.
What did you
and
do?
that was yeah. Well, when you got 60 minutes to get through the game, right, as good as quickly as possible. Yeah. So I nubbed it down, which it kind of gave you auto aim assist, which was much appreciated because playing that game with a shitty little pistol out something that's fucking feral and full of fucking rabies coming at you doesn't quite work. But yeah, I mean, you take those down. You run off when you meet some of the villagers, and it all goes tits up. You get out, and then at that point, I found the shotgun, which I should have found earlier, which annoyed me. Found the two little bits of items I needed to solve the puzzle to get out the village, and that was the end of the demo. So, did it in about half an hour, and then I went over to the castle section, which looked good again. The only problem was that I got kind of lost, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I couldn't find any of the items I needed to get out, so the time ran out. So, as a demo, concept and idea, a bit misguided, I think. I mean, it kind of gives you a flavour of the performance of the game, I guess, and what it looks like and what the feel is.
The different areas, I suppose, because the castle. I mean, I'm just looking at the video. The castle and the outside area, obviously, it's the two very different types of areas. So it just gives you a nice feel, I guess.
Well, it kind of reminisces of obviously the first game, the castle, in terms of setup and vibes, I guess. It's still got classic Resi puzzle solving. What's brilliant. This hole in a wall? What does it look like? Oh, it's round. Let's go and find something that looks round. Oh, that looks like it's round. Let's go back over and put it into the fucking wall. Typical Resident Evil puzzle solving.
Yeah.
But it wasn't particularly scary, which I was quite pleased with. Which kind of makes me tempted to go back to Resident Evil 7. Now I've got my big boy pants on.
You never finished 7 then?
No, I had it on PlayStation, and the first hour or so freaked me out so much. I was playing it late at night, and I was a bit delicate at the time, so it was a little bit too much. Oh, that's what you had to do. I saw in the fucking... Oh, I'm watching the video now. You had to put the ring in the fucking eyeball. Why did I fucking do that? For fuck's sake. Anyway. See, this is the problem with the 60-minute demo. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
So I think I've been looking around where this is on sale, and everything's pretty much overbooked in terms of pre-orders. So what I'm thinking of doing right now is that I won't play this until I properly get through 7 and feel happy enough to hopefully pick this up at a discounted rate wherever it may.
Well, this is a direct sequel to 7, isn't it?
Exactly. So, we'll see. I mean, it's fine. It's again, it's a very expensive. I'm not sure. You're looking at a 12-hour playtime, aren't you? So, it's been fun. A lot of these games, they are very expensive. They don't last as long, which is probably ideal for me. But having said that, though, when I talk about my next game, I've kind of seen the value now of getting some games and spending as much time as possible with them, if it makes sense. So I've put in now over 55 hours into Monster Hunter Rise. They had an update a couple of days ago, which expanded the game, which is obviously a holdback from the launch. I think it was already on the cartridge. It was almost like they're controlling the player base, so not everyone runs to the end game as quickly as possible. So what the update did, it removes the level cap on the hunter ranks, and once you finish the boss of the 7-star quests, you kind of progress by doing more hunts, and you kind of like unlock more elder dragons and so forth until you take it to its ultimate cap. So right now, I think I've gone from Hunter rank 8 to Hunter rank 29 in the space of a day or two. I've been rinsing it.
Wow, you have been hammering it, mate, haven't you? I mean, I've been playing it on and off. I've put about 12 hours into it now. Actually, I'm really enjoying it. See, the only way I'm kind of playing it now is I join other people's games. In the hub where it's on the monsters that I need to fight, so it finds the games and monsters.
Yes.
And
that's the best way of playing it.
Yeah, and I'm loving it because everyone's really friendly, giving thumbs up and all that, and doing the in game, and it's just a chill game, man. I mean, buying that Hori Split Pad Pro, man, is the best thing I've bought for the Switch in a long time as well.
Yes,
it works so great with the Switch. That's kind of the main way I'm playing it, to be honest. And I don't usually play the Switch in handheld, but this game works. I think it's perfect for the handheld, to be honest.
Oh, for sure. But that's exactly what I've been doing as well. I've been joining other people's games. I mean, there was one night, a couple of nights ago, I was like Hunter for Hire. So I was literally just joining random quests, just going into lower level games and smashing the shit out of lower level monsters.
Oh, bro!
Which was a good way of getting lots of resources. So, and now I've managed to unlock. As you get through the game, you can unlock costume parts. Well, not that's the best way to describing it. As you probably know, you kind of like you make different armors, and in the end, it's not unusual to have a completely different sets of monster armor in one expedition. So you look like a dog's dinner of a fashion show. You are able now to like take these pieces of armor, but like decorate them with cosmetics to make them look like actual pieces of armor. So you can actually have complete armor sets. But still have the benefit of the armor or the monsters you've killed and turned into armor. If that makes sense. I made a complete hash of explaining that, I know. So at the moment, I'm kind of rocking the end boss armor at the moment, which looks pretty badass. But I've gone the cheeky way of actually using costume tickets to make my shitty armor look like that. So
that's fine.
Yeah. What a glamour system is it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But
which was nice because there was, like, as far as I remember from World, there was some really cool looking armor sets that were from sort of like creatures that are pretty like mid tier, so you couldn't really use them later in the game. They just became useless, but like the design of them was really nice.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm not rocking. I've got 2 level 7 bits of armor at the moment, and the rest of it's level 6. And I've gone through the various armor spheres, and the great thing about this, it's really easy to get armor spheres. So if you do the sub quests, and you can have 5 sub quests going on at the same time, and a lot of them will be like slaying like smaller monsters, or hunting or killing or capturing a major monster, and you get a advanced armor sphere every single time you do that. So you have all these armor spheres, and the only thing that's holding you back is cash. So at some point, you just offload all the the surplus shit you don't need anymore, and you've got tons of money again, and you just rank your armor up that way. So that's how I've done it in terms of getting so far so quickly. And at the moment, I've got one more hunter rank to go before I face my next Elder Dragon. And there's I think they've added about four Elder Dragons in this update, as well as loads of Apex creatures as well, which I've only come across one, the Apex, which is the original monsters you've already seen, but a super hyped up version of it on fucking steroids.
Oh.
So they're pretty badass, although I've killed a few of those already at the moment. So yeah, it's excellent. I've got a nice shiny hammer now. I've killed the chameleon Elder Dragon, and I've turned him into a hammer, which poisons them. So I was whacking him around the head with it earlier. It was quite good fun. But yeah, I'll keep playing that. It's my go-to game at the moment for sure.
Awesome.
Other stuff, I'll just go for the list. I've been playing quite a bit actually, to be honest with you. I did play some of. Let's do it now. Second Extinction. I played some of that.
I've not played any of that yet. I've been meaning to, but just haven't got round to it this week.
I like it, but it's fucking hard. It's got definitely. It's definitely work in progress because at the end of my first game, I had it reset my console, so obviously there's bugs in it still. But the gunplay to me feels okay. The controls, I don't know. There's lots of different options on there, like healing, and it's not immediate what you need to do, and like weapons reloading. And it's definitely built for multiplayer, because if you go down on your own, you will get absolutely mullered. So a lot of my playthrough, I was running away. I was actually scarpering, and it does get pretty gnarly. It isn't as intense as say Left 4 Dead would be, but at least with Left 4 Dead, you could hold fort and hold them back with the regular weapons. But yeah,
Did you just play on your own then? Did you, Dan?
Well, yeah, I did. I couldn't. I wanted to play with some strangers, but I couldn't quite work out how to do that. I just pressed play, and I ended up going down on my own. I also did the tutorial, and I didn't die, and I got a nice 50G Chivo for that. Peeps, get on it.
Oh yeah, Peeps needs to get on that.
Right. Yeah,
and you get a nice 20G Chivo just by starting the game. So get on it. I didn't see the rest of the Chivos, but he's already downloading it.
Check this out because I've looked in at the user reviews on Steam, and they're all very positive.
It doesn't really. I mean, it doesn't accept newcomers very graciously.
Mm-hmm.
It throws you in at the deep end. It really does. So
it's on PC, it's on Xbox, but on Xbox it's on Game Pass, on both Xbox and PC Game Pass. So let's just let people know. On Steam, I think it's like 15 quid. But yeah, a lot of people. It's got a lot of really good reviews on Steam. So it's just quite interesting because a few people in the community have played it, and it's been very mixed bag. A couple of people have said it's dog shit, and a few people have said that they enjoy it. So I think it's a bit of a Marmite game.
Yeah, I can see it getting frustrating because you can get overwhelmed. And there are. I mean, I do recommend you do the tutorial before going into the game.
Well, get 50 Gs, man.
50 Gs, yeah, but it will teach you a few things like sidestepping, because one of the things when you get swarmed on by velociraptors, one thing you need to learn how to do is step out of their way, because they will start coming at you. And the character I had he had two weapons. He had a pistol, but he also had what looked like a grenade launcher, which had loads of grenades on it, but it was very hard to take down anything close range. So a lot of it was like kind of backing off and trying to do that. I mean, I'm gonna probably try a different character from now on, but
it looks very fast paced. It looks like Call of Duty kind of speed, you know.
Yeah, because we were going to try this in the week, wasn't we, Webby? But we never got around to it.
No,
please tell me there's an achievement called Clever Girl.
Yeah, probably. Is there? I haven't seen the Chivo list. Probably, but yeah, I mean, it's like Jurassic Park but on steroids. So have a look.
It looks good. I mean, I was looking on YouTube as well, and there's a lot of positive videos on there. So I'm gonna, I want to check it out with Peebs really, and maybe
how many?
I think it's 4-player.
Is it 4-player co-op?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is.
That's good then. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Cool.
I don't know if it's 3 or 4.
Well, that's enough. I mean, if
probably
you,
four.
it's bank holiday weekend. Have you downloaded it yet?
Yeah, I've got
Yes.
it on me. Yeah,
Okay. Well, let's hurry this shit up and get on it.
yeah.
Other stuff. No. Right, I played most of it's been demos. To be honest with you. I did play the Metopia demo.
Oh yeah, I've been playing this.
I know you have. I'm ticking. I'm going through your list and ticking it all up.
Oh,
What did you think? I know you liked it. I mean,
yeah.
go on. I mean, to me, it's yeah. Go, you go.
See, what I like about it, right, is it feels like a traditional turn-based JRPG, but with your Miis. So you can create. So you put your Mii into the game, and you're like the hero. But then you can create other Miis. So when Miis join your party throughout the game, you create the Miis for them, and then you can create the Miis for the enemies and the townspeople, name them all, and all that. So in my party, I've got myself, my wife, and my 2 kids in my party, and we're just questing along the world. It's done in a really cool way. Yeah, I'm really liking it because you can assign them, the traditional RPG abilities. So you've got a thief, a mage, a healer, your knight, and all that. So you can assign them those, and they get the weapons. And it's just a really, it's done in that Nintendo way where it's just very cute and not offensive or anything
Is
like
this
that.
kind of like a slight extension of the weird sort of thing they had? It was on the 3DS.
It was, yeah.
Where
I've
you could
heard it
collect
was on
other
3D.
people's Miis and
Yeah.
sort of like you went through like a dungeon and they all
Yep.
got on attack phase and stuff.
Yep, definitely that. Exactly that. Exactly. But this is like a kind of like it's not full price title. It's slightly cheaper than full price.
Well, it's 40 odd quid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. It's a little expensive. So I didn't realise it was going to be that much because I was really enjoying the demo. Then I thought, I'm going to see how much it is. I was like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I played it. I got fed up with it.
That's fair enough, mate. Yeah.
It was. How do I best describe it? It'd be great. It's like it gives you the opportunity to create your own in jokes within the game. So look at you, aren't you funny? Blah blah blah. And I just really couldn't be fucked. Every single like meet a new character or create them for me, and I was like, no, you fucking create them. So I didn't really like that. I didn't really like the story was I don't really like having this. Yeah, I didn't really like having to press through fucking button presses to get rid of all the shitty dialogue. Kids will love it. I think it's not for me. So next, I'm not going to play any more of that. I think.
Oh, I enjoyed the demo, man. You're resting it in, and it's not just the when you're playing it. It's not just the turn-based fighting. It's building the relationships with the characters as well. So you can go, you and one other person can go on days out to the beach or to a coffee house, and it brings their love together bigger, and then they can do more special moves. It's really funny the way it's done. So yeah, I like it, man. Yeah, I'll wait for it to be on sale though. Yeah, next.
That's what I think about that.
Yeah.
R-Type Final 2, I did the demo, and I know you've got the whole full game on this.
Yep.
It's it's fucking expensive. It's like 35 quid on the Switch, and that's not the deluxe version. It's like fucking ridiculous.
I was going to say this as well. It's vastly overpriced. So
the price has put me off.
It's £35 for the base game, or if you want it with all the season pass for the extra levels, it's like 60 quid.
How is R-Type going to have a season pass?
Oh, it's just for extra. I know, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's like it's half the game. It's like I was playing it, and it's. I mean, I've got a version of this. I've got R-Type Dimensions on the Switch, which is R-Type 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Which is completely serviceable. If you like R-Type and you've got a Switch or another console, and you get hold of R-Type Dimensions, I suggest you take a look at that before you even could contemplate this, because I was playing it and I'm like, where's the money? Why is this 60,
So-
30, 40, 50 quid? Why is it?
Yeah, so
It's like old school. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the game.
no, it's
apart from-
completely old school. It's fucking hard. It really fucking hard.
It
it's
was
proper
hard.
old school. So you
yeah,
only
it was
get a limit.
hard. Yeah.
So you only get a limited amount of continues. Yeah, so you get so it's one hit and you're dead. So you get 3
Yeah,
lives,
old school, man.
and then you only get 3 continues. And there's none of this, infinite continues. There's 3 continues. If you die, you lose all that. You have to start the whole game again.
Well, that's why games like that rock, mate. It forces you to get better, and not the only thing I'm criticising about this game is in terms of price. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's a decent game. I mean, what I played was fine, and it didn't last that long either. But they need to understand is that they're going to sell a few of these copies to the hardcore. They are, no doubt about it. But if they're going to try and sell it on a more market appeal, it's not going to wash. It's not.
No, it's far too expensive. I mean, I only picked it up because if you check the We Are Gamers Facebook group, they had a link somewhere where you could buy it for £12. So that's where I got
Ooh.
it.
Was that Brasilia?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, I had to go to Brazil and get it from the We Are Gamers crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the only reason why I picked it up. And, I love the original R-Type. And this is, it's well done. But, again, with the price, it's no way worth that silly price, man. It really isn't. But it's just like the old R-Type with updated graphics. That's it.
Yeah, that's why I suggest getting R-Type Dimensions, because this isn't like the original R-Type. This is a brand new game with different levels.
Mhm.
So, but if you are clamouring for the classic R-Type and R-Type 2, R-Type Dimensions, I recommend that. I'm interested in this as long as I can. I'm not going to pay over the odds for it.
Hopefully, it'll have a price drop at some point. But yeah, this was going to be a day one purchase for me, but the price sadly has put me off. Just because I think, like you guys are saying, for this type of game, it's not I don't know. Depends how. Obviously, it might be worth in some people's eyes worth it if it's a really long game, but who's going to really take advantage of the length of the game if it's rock hard?
There is a kids mode on it though. So I'm pretty sure.
Practice mode, yeah.
So you can actually finish the game if
you put it into practice mode, and it's a piece of piss,
Which kind of defeats the object really, because all of the risk and all the frills get removed. So it's an odd one, isn't it? You kind of want to celebrate these types of games, but they don't make it fucking easier for you, does it?
Well, no, because if they'd put it at like a 10 or 15, even 20 at a push, you're going to probably sell a lot more.
Yeah. Well, it's exactly why I haven't bought the new Ghosts and Goblins, because that's 25 quid at the moment. 25 quid at the moment, and I'm like, well, it's not overpriced. It's just I spent a lot of money already, and I almost bought it, but I thought, well, at some point that's going to become 16, 17, 18 pounds in a sale.
Switch are good with their sales, aren't they?
Yeah, it'll come down. Give it about 4 or 5 months, it'll be cheap enough. But again, it's not right at the moment. It's a shame, really. But unfortunately, no, we can't buy everything day one.
No, not
when is that
we
Ghosts and Goblins coming out on Xbox? Is it?
Yeah, apparently so. It's been hinted at. It's probably had exclusivity with Nintendo for a little bit, so I'm not anticipating that becoming cheap on Nintendo anytime soon because of that. We'll have to wait and see, really.
Yeah, I want to pick it up when it comes out on Xbox.
Yeah. Cool. Other stuff, just to wrap this off. I did play a bit of Raid on Your Parade, which was mildly amusing.
Yeah.
As I like calling it, piss on your chips.
Yeah. It's great though, isn't it? It's so much fun.
It's just I thought this is a bit easy, and then it kind of takes the basic premise and kind of reinvents it every so often. So I'll keep at it. I mean, it's silly, so it's fine.
Oh my boy loves it. He's still like, play the cloud game, Dad. Play the cloud game. That's all I get all the bloody time.
There you go. It's something vindictive. That's what it is. Really, he's going to go around and start like chucking cups of water over computers and shit.
Yeah.
And lastly, I did play MLB The Show, and then I got fed up and switched it off. So
Oh.
I got to the point where you kind of like, choose your team, yeah, whatever, okay. And now
You
choose your
better be the
preferred
Red Sox.
and then choose your batting style. And then I spent about 5 minutes trying to work all that out. And then your pitching style, and then or your fielding style. And I went, how many different styles I've got to decide? No, fuck this, it's going off. Done. It's not it's a sim as far as I can see.
It is. Yeah, pretty much.
Which is fine, but I wanted something a bit more arcadey, and I did not get that.
Oh, fair enough.
So
Great game. Game of the year.
Yeah, I haven't seen you play it.
I've been playing it shitloads, mate. Every day. I've been on it every day because you can get me dailies.
Yeah, your dailies. What's that?
Oh, so every day you log in, you get a card pack. You get a card pack for the Ultimate Team. What's it called?
Oh, right, yeah.
Diamond
You slag Fever Ultimate Team off, but baseball Ultimate Team's
no,
okay.
because I don't actually play the Diamond Dynasty, but I want to log on every day to get me card packs just in case one day I may decide to. That's all.
Yeah, right. That's
but yeah, it's great because it's got a really good campaign mode, man. You know, you create your dude and you work your way up through the minors and eventually get to the majors. And then I talked about it loads last week anyway, so I'm not going to blame about it. But yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's it for me this week, to be honest with you. Oh, Animal Crossing. I've been playing that, but today there's a meteor shower on today, so I'm kind of like getting shitloads of shooting stars, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
That's it, really.
Okay, Peeps.
Okay, Crackdown 3.
You've been playing this a lot this week, haven't you? You've just been cheating more in it.
Well, no, because obviously I finished my Cyberpunk and I was looking for a next game to get into before I'm tempted to really pick up the new Resident Evil game when that comes out. So I'm looking for something to fill the void type thing. And was looking on the Game Pass, see what was on there. I've never really been that keen on the Crackdown games. It was Crackdown 1. I know it's sort of like a cult classic, weren't it?
Yeah, just collecting all the orbs. It was just the thing, but it just kind of got, after that first one, it was like more than
I actually thought the first one was really overrated and didn't think it was that great. All he did was jump around collecting orbs and stuff, but people seem to like it. Then Crackdown 2 was a bit of a letdown, wasn't it, from what I remember?
Slightly different developers, if I remember, as well, wasn't it? Ruffian Games did the second one.
Oh, that's it, yeah. So I thought
zombie, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I thought I'd have a little look at this and just started playing it and just carried on. Really, I mean, it's not too bad. It's not brilliant, but I'm enjoying what I've been playing of it. It's just obviously the big map. You go around trying to clear objectives off the map as you're jumping around collecting orbs and getting different guns. I'm playing on normal mode, but I'm still dying quite a lot. But
it's quite difficult.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying what I've played of it, and we'll probably try and keep going till I get a few more achievements. I mean, I quite like the sort of art style, the shell shaded type. Yeah, so that part of it's really nice. But I think it's quite old now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really old, man.
About 3 years, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm a bit late to the pie on this one. Well, I've seen it on the Game Pass for a while. I'm just thought, I don't think I even completed the first one or the second. So, but I think I'll try and persevere with this one. It all depends if something else, and like I say, Resident Evil. Because what I'm thinking of doing with Resident Evil is, as I've got my Bing points stored up for about 30 quid, so I could buy it digitally and use my Bing points. But I'm thinking I might purchase a physical copy.
So you can trade it.
Yeah, rinse it and then trade it, in a couple of weeks and get some money back.
I don't think it's going to have much longevity. I mean, I suppose things about Resident Evil games, if you do multiple playthroughs, you can unlock a silly costume and a flamethrower. So there's probably that in it.
But I really enjoyed the Biohazard one, and from what the when you showed the video of earlier of the demo, I thought this is right up my street. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna take the plunge on that, because it was either going to be that or Valhalla. I think Valhalla's just going to wait just a tiny little bit longer before I start playing that.
Yeah, maybe $2.99 on CD Keys soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, via Brazil. So completed Little Nightmares. I know we mentioned it a while back when Stunty played the Nightmares 2, didn't he? And then I see it in the sale a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember. I think it's about £3 or £6 for the DLC or something. And put that on. Was it yesterday or the day before? And I think I completed it in a couple of hours. It's not very long, but it's a real nice little game.
Was that with all the DLC as well? You did all the DLC?
No, I haven't done the DLC yet. I need to go back and do the DLC, but I've completed the main game. I think there's three sets of DLC for it. I don't know how long they are. Probably, but not very long at all, really. I wouldn't have thought, because the main game wasn't overly long. But it's not scary as such. Not really. I mean, it's quite eerie, and the graphics are really nice. It's done really well, but it's just like a little platformer, and you just go around, solve a few little puzzles, and you've got these monsters things chasing you. But it's not overly like frightening or jump scares or anything like that. But yeah, really good game. I shall probably finish the DLC this week, hopefully, and then I'll have a look at Little Nightmares 2 and see how much that's going for at the time. That's not been out that long, has it? Nightmares 2.
No.
So it's probably still it's probably still quite expensive. So yeah, I've done some Outriders with Webby and Captive Venom again. Still trying to persevere through it. It's, I don't know, it's not really grabbing me. It's becoming a bit of a chore now. I mean, it's okay, but like we've said in the past, you go into one area, loads of enemies. You go into the next area, a load of enemies, and we're sort of just even starting to skip the flipping cutscenes now, because it's just, you just want to get it. Just want to get the game done, really. I just want to get it completed so I can get it off my hard drive.
See, I'm quite enjoying it, to be honest. But the only thing that's doing my head in is it's just the waves of enemies, just too much. That's the problem, and we've knocked the world levels down now just to make the game a little bit easier, because we were putting it onto the maximum world levels that we'd unlocked, and it was like when the Division first came out and all the enemies were just complete bullet sponges, but times that by 10. That's how bullet spongy these fuckers are. So we've knocked the world levels down a little bit, and it's made it a little bit more. Well, it's made it more easier. So it's a little, it's a bit more fun. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm quite liking the story, to be honest, and I'm just liking. It's just I like playing co-op games, because it's just, you have that chit chat with your mates as well at the same time, and you just mindlessly just shooting dudes in the face. So.
It's I think it had another update the other day. I think they are still patching bits and bobs on it, but it's still not without its issues. I mean, it has got better in the fact that we can join, but it did kicked you out just as we was completing a boss battle, and it kicked Webby out, and then he didn't get the when he joined back in, it hadn't completed that boss for him, so we had to go back. So it's not without its issues.
Yeah.
Slightly annoying, especially when they keep patching it and updating it. You thought they'd have got ironed out these niggling issues.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like I say, it's okay. It's just a little bit repetitive. But then I guess these sort of games, what else can you do? It's the main premise is you are going around.
Well, I was saying it's just the same as Gears of War. I mean, I've always said that they're very similar. The story's average, and it's just literally go into an area, kill a load of waves of dudes, run a bit, next big area, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
It's just that this is a lot more harder than the likes of Gears, and it's a little bit more. You can't just run in because you'll get killed. No. So you have to hang back a little bit more, hide behind cover. There's that little bit more tactics to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads of guns and loot and stuff, isn't there? Because you have to keep going in your menu and then upgrading putting better equipment on and better guns, especially if you because the enemies are bullet sponges anyway. So you always have to make sure you've got the highest sort of powerful gun on there. Otherwise, you'd be there all day trying to clear some of these enemies. I haven't really played too much else. I downloaded this afternoon. I noticed they had a bit of a Japanese sale on the Xbox store, so I had a little gander through there, and they've got all the old Double Dragons on sale. They're about £3. So I've got Double Dragon 2, 3, and 4 on there, and I don't really remember playing them back in the day.
I don't think a lot of them were came out in the arcades.
No,
I think some of them were home conversions or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Or are they like Nintendo versions of the game or something like that?
I think so, yeah, because when you go on it's got like an old box cover art, and can't make out what system it was on, but yeah. So I played that little bit of that this afternoon. Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. Yeah, it's obviously hasn't aged well. It's the old style stuff, so it's only for the retro hardcores. But the Chivos will pop in nice and easy. This one has actually got online co-op, so you can create a room and invite someone in, and you could do it online co-op, which is pretty good. Some of these games don't have that option, these older ones. But as I was flicking through there, when you mentioned about the ghouls and ghosts, which I will pick up when it comes out. I was just put it through on the store and I've had a search for it, and the Capcom Arcade Stadium came out.
Oh yeah.
I've got this.
Which it says on here pre-order the 25th of May. But yeah, this looks, when you look at the art for it, the screenshots, it looks very much like, do you remember the old arcade room on the old 360?
Yeah, man, I've got this on the Switch.
It's already out on the Switch.
Yeah, it's already out.
It's a rip-off.
It's saying it's £31 on here.
So you get about 30 odd games.
Yeah,
arcade quality. I think it's good value, to be honest with you, because there's some old stuff on there you haven't really played at all, or ever.
It should be half the price, 50p a game. That's all they're worth.
Fucking hell, you are
and guns and all that kind of stuff.
Everything's the right price as long as it's half the price, Webby, isn't it?
Well, I fucking got all these games already for free on my PC anyway.
Yes, the problem, free.
It's like, yeah, but these games have been slogged to death since the fucking 80s, and they're just putting them out again. People are buying them like 10, 20 fucking times. You know?
Yeah, man. Why not?
Fucking retarded.
Fucking hell, the games, they're good. You're just fucking tight-fisted, aren't you, Webby?
I am tight. I'm becoming more tight the older I get, mate, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you want everything for free, it's like, you got to give people who make these games have to be paid.
Do you know how many games I've bought in the last month? Right? I bought Monster Hunter. I bought
stuff you can't pirate.
I bought the Ring Fit. I bought Xenoblade. I bought R-Type. I can actually, because you can pirate Switch games and play them on your PC.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't want to.
I'm tempted to pick this up, because it's got obviously
Final Fight on there.
Ghosts and Goblins on there. It's got 1942 Commando. I used to love Commando back in the day.
Yeah. I'm loading it up, mate. I'll tell you what's on there.
Yeah, and you can also, it's nice and easy for your piece, because if you die, you can just press the rewind button.
Okay, yeah.
Lose your life and your credit, yeah.
It's got a rewind function on there.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I might pre-order this. I don't know what you're saying.
It comes in packs as well. So you get, if you download the main hub, you get, I think, 1943 for free, and you get Ghosts and Goblins as well. But then you can buy it in 3 steps or 3 different packs, or I bought it all 3 packs together for a discount. So see what
how many
comes up.
times are you going to buy these games? I mean, fuck me. I mean, Street Fighter
loads,
2's
man.
on there.
Loads, man. They're excellent.
So how
many times have you bought Final Fantasy VII anyway?
And never completed it properly, which was a big. big
You never
shock.
got it properly. You got to the end, completed it, mate. Job done.
No, what was it?
Knights
Last
of the Round,
week-
mate. Knights
Last
of the
week you
Round.
said you hadn't done all the bits on it. You
Yeah.
hadn't done
Oh,
all
this
secret
is
missions or
my
whatever they are.
this is my current playthrough I'm doing at the moment.
Even I've done Knights of the Round, mate.
I just couldn't be fucked with it, mate. It's one of them get.
Call yourself a Final Fantasy hardcore.
I am hardcore, more
You're
hardcore
not
than anyone
hardcore.
in the world.
Imposter.
Yeah, full of it, mate. Bullshit.
So let me just go back to this Capcom arcade.
So it's coming to Xbox then, yeah.
Yeah, it
Cool.
says here pre-order 25th of the 5th, so the end of this month, basically.
Oh, it's
Just on payday, which is quite handy.
Nice.
But what? So you don't get all these games off the bat with it, then? You
No, well, you download the hub for free.
right?
So,
right,
yeah, so
and
the
then,
hub-
then you
the
can
hub-
add games to it.
You had games in packs, so
Right.
there were 3 packs when I there, but you get 1943 and I think Ghosts and Goblins free of charge. And
You only get
they're yours to keep.
1943. Ghosts and Goblins on the Switch was only for a limited time while they were doing the event before the new game came out. So I doubt
There
it'll
you
be
go.
on the Xbox version.
Oh, there you go. Well, it might be, it might not be, but yeah, there you go. I'm playing Ghosts and Goblins at the moment. It's very good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I want to get it. I used to love Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins.
Did you play it in the arcade? Did you, Peeves?
No, I think I had it on the Mega Drive.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the home console versions are so different because there's a different version on the SNES and there's a different version on the Mega Drive. There's a different version on the what have I got? The what's that? Oh yeah, the PC Engine or what you call it, or TurboGrafx. There's a different version of that on there. So this is the arcade version you're getting. So what was actually what you used to plug your 10p's in.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like we said before, back in the day, like certain games
Brutal.
would be completely different on different consoles.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, there would be
I
real
think Street Fighter
differences
2 was
between
different on the SNES and the Mega Drive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It felt different. Yeah.
I actually quite liked Street Fighter Champion Edition. I think it was on the Mega Drive because you could use the 6-button controller,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and I much preferred that to using
yeah.
the shoulder buttons at the time.
Oh, that's one of the biggest pains of the gaming Street Fighter on console. You have to get a starting stick or a pad. You have to. I can't do it with a pad.
See, this Capcom Arcade Stadium is quite cool. I'm just watching a video, right, and you can change the view, so you can have it like you're in an arcade, and you can see the screens of the other arcades next to it when you're playing as well. That's quite cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember back in the day when they did the arcade thing for the 360, and we was all really pumped for that, and it was a bit of a damp squid, wasn't it? It didn't really,
it's a shame,
didn't really take off very well. Yeah, because the premise and the idea is really great, but it just wasn't executed very well.
Because we were all like, oh, they're going to bring out Golden Axe and all this kind of stuff. And it was like fucking Lunar Lander. And
Yeah, it was some of the games were real, like, was it Centipede or something? Millipede or whatever it's called. It's just a real basic, I know that they're old school, but there's old school and there's old school. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like chipping it out of a fossil. Sort of thing.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good the way sort of your avatar, you could walk around it and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, I do recommend this. It's good.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to pick this up.
Cool.
Day one, but I might save my Bing points for it.
Ooh, Bing points.
and you'll get Chivos, which I don't get.
Yes, Brucey bonus.
All about the Chivos.
I'm all over this game when it comes out. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, really. Just touch on Warzone quickly because it had the new update, the 1984. So it's basically the same map, but they've added new areas and done a few new bits and stuff. But the main reason why I want to talk about it because they did an event when it came out. They did an event which was called Hunt for Adler, and he's one of the guys from the Black Ops game when it came out. And it was one of these. They've done them in the past where they've had the Halloween event and the Easter event, and it was basically land on the map and you can do these little missions with like scavenger, like when they do the scavenger and recon, but then these particular ones had the little Adler sign on them, and you could complete them to get a new Adler skin, a skin for one of your operators. But it was glitched, and it wouldn't work for a lot of people. And they tried to, yeah. So because I completed it, but it wouldn't unlock the skin. I was like, "What's going on here?" Then this is a bit weird. So I sort of did a bit of research, typed it into on the computer, and it said, "Yeah, it's a known glitch. They know about it, and they're trying to fix it." But the event was only like a three-day event, so they fixed it. But it was like literally a couple of hours left of the event. So apparently now they've given everyone the skin for free.
Yeah, I was going to say that'd be the best thing. Just hand it out
Will
to
that work for
someone.
nothing?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, still really liking it. Unfortunately, there wasn't really no ales and anthems yesterday because me and Collie were busy in our respective households. So hopefully back on it next week. And that's about it, really.
Cool, man. What about you, Dazza?
I bet you can guess.
Oh, I can. I saw you
Yeah,
online
exactly.
today.
Yeah, just literally played nothing new at all. The same old, same old. There's obviously been recent update for Assassin's Creed, which apparently fixed a lot of the bugs people were having, but has introduced a ton of new ones that I wasn't even expecting. So it was like, oh, because of a bug, people couldn't get a certain batch of items. So when you log in now, you've been given all those items. You go off and get rid of them. You complete a quest, and it tells you, "Here's all your items," and it gives them all to you again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So it's like they're permanently there. So every time you finish a quest, it comes up with the notification in the corner saying like items have been granted.
When did this come out again?
Like,
It's been a while, isn't it?
November or so last year.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh dear.
It's great. I had no problems with it.
Yeah, the new DLC's coming out within the next couple of weeks, I believe. So, like the Druids DLC, I think there's like some sort of groundwork being laid in for it. There was also a update this week for Cyberpunk again. I haven't tested it out.
I see the update.
Yeah, I think it's just stability fixes and a few quest things. So I think hopefully they've pretty much ironed out a lot of the problematic issues people were having with the game, and now they can sort of start moving ahead with like actually upgrading it and releasing the content.
So there's supposed to be DLC coming out for this.
Yes, yeah, there's supposed to be quite a bit coming out. One of the ones that was actually teased is called something like Cyber City Life.
Right,
and I've got a funny feeling that's going to be the DLC that adds player housing into the game, because I know a lot of people, like including myself, were a bit sort of like, when you found out that you just have your crappy apartment in like the Mega City 1 block kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how much money or fast cars and that you've got, you can't somehow buy a new house somewhere. So I imagine it's going to be sort of quality of life stuff like that. So you'll be able to buy yourself a new pad and maybe sort of like upgrade and tune your vehicles and some other bits and bobs. And I think they're adding some new romance stuff to it as well. Because it's like I said before, once you actually sort of do sort of like pair up with a character, bar like a couple of phone conversations and that, there's nothing else you can really do.
No.
I think I still own a copy of this.
See.
I'm going to wait until it's finished. They finished updating it. I really am now. It's like, what's the point of playing it, mate? Because I'm not getting the full experience because you keep bloody changing it.
Well, I completed it recently and I didn't have any major issues. There's a few little bugs here and there, but yeah I still really enjoyed it. And obviously I had a physical copy. It's still installed on my hard drive, and I noticed it had an update in the week. I see it updating, and I thought, I wonder what that is. I wonder if they fix that bloody achievement that it glitched on me. That was my first thought.
Did it?
No, because I haven't put the game back in yet. So, but that's what I was thinking of deleting it off. But now if there's DLC, I'm going to just leave it installed and keep hold of it. And then, because I did really like it. The achievement was, the travel points in the game.
Yes, that was in the patch notes.
Oh, was it?
About
Oh,
a
right.
couple of the travel points now actually working properly.
Right, okay, I'll have to put it
Like,
back on.
I
then.
didn't have an issue with that one. That actually popped for me. I think I've just had a few issues with, you get the ones for completing all the quests in the zone or in that
Yeah.
sort of region. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I've done them all, and it's still saying like 90-something%, and you're just like,
Oh, right.
really? And there was
Yeah.
one where even after I'd finished it, it's still the marker is still on the map saying that there's a quest there, but there isn't.
Right, yeah.
So,
Cool, man.
but yeah, obviously a little bit of Final Fantasy 14, just sort of like being casually playing it, just doing the dailies.
I saw you on
and sort
today
of
because I haven't
like
played it in weeks.
yeah, I see
And
you were obviously doing the stuff with Tiamat.
yeah, I'm
on
doing
the
the story. This
locations
new
you're at.
story content's really good. I'm
Yeah.
loving it. I mean, cutscenes are a little bit long, but it's kind of bringing everything together now, and I'm really excited. I haven't finished the new story content yet because I only got
Well,
about
this
an
is
hour
the
on it.
thing. Like
It's
when I think
fantastic.
about it, like I've obviously dabbled now with quite a few MMOs, to a degree, and you can really tell why 14 stands out because of the story.
It's amazing,
The
and
story and the characters, they're so far and above and beyond any other sort of MMO story I've played. I mean, obviously, WoW is got its own sort of like lore and story and characters and things that are going on
yeah,
with that. But all of the others I pick up, the storyline's pretty much throwaway, and you kind of don't really pay much attention to it and skip through.
yeah. Yeah, because what Final 14 is, I sit because usually you got the text at the bottom and they're talking, and I usually just read the text and skip next. But on 14, I'm listening to all the words, and because I'm really invested. I've been, we've been playing it since like 2013.
That's it. You've been running around with these characters now for like what 7-8 years.
Yeah, yeah, and what I'm liking about this DLC in particular, this this add-on at the moment is this patch. It takes you back to a lot of old areas which I haven't been to in probably 3 or 4 years because I just haven't had any reason to. So this takes you back through some of the older areas and you meet old characters and lots of things happen. I was just like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, because
so,
obviously you've got the character I just mentioned, who's basically technically been self-imprisoned that
Yep.
he's realised for about 4 years of the game.
Yeah.
There's just constantly been in this area, and then obviously it also reintroduces a character that you kind of run up against in the last expansion and has been imprisoned.
Yeah.
And now she's come back into it and stuff again, and it's basically gathering all the chess pieces back on the board for this final throng, because like they stated in the last sort of like update, by the end of the next expansion the storyline will have completely wrapped up.
Yeah, and then there'll be something completely fresh
and
afterwards.
then they'll be moving on into some other story after that.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's so good. I love it. I mean, it's one of those, as I say, it's one of those MMOs I can pick up, rinse it, and then put it down for ages. I come back and it's like it's like going home again. It's fantastic. I love it. I love that game so much. Yeah. Good. Anything else, Darren?
Have a look quickly. Have Valhalla, Fortnite. Not really much to talk about. Just doing the PvE events and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment.
Oh, mate.
And
Nice
obviously
one.
still trying to get used to the fact of like having Final Fantasy on the PS5 instead of the PS4. So I've played all 3 generations of that game. Started on the PS3, then went
That's
to PS4,
crazy,
technically
innit?
PS4 Pro, then the PS5 edition.
That's crazy. It is to think how long it's been going, how many consoles it's gone through. It's pretty mental.
But yeah, that's pretty much me done, mate.
Cool. I am going to
have we knocked down your list? Hopefully,
a little bit. Good. Okay. My main game this week is not a surprise. Sea of Thieves. I've been playing it fucking shitloads. I think I've played it about 18 hours this week.
Jesus Christ!
And that's just over a few days. I played it for 10 hours yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. It's Wes's fault.
Madness.
Where's his fault? Is it?
Yeah.
Wes made you play it, did he?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I've been playing a lot with various people in the community. Wes, Darkest Frost, and Rooski Do. But over this weekend, it's been myself, Frosty, and Wes. So what we've been doing is there is a main story campaign within Sea of Thieves. It's called the Tall Tales, and each one takes a good few hours to accomplish. It's set in like little chapters. So we've been going through those, and it's basically and this is what people don't realise. The game is so well done in regards to riddles in the game, where you go in the boss fights, etc. So within these Tall Tales, you have to figure a lot of stuff out. So you get a book and you get riddles to solve along the way on these islands, and there's a lot of mystery, ghosts and so forth. It's just like it's the ultimate pirate experience. It really, really is. I can't emphasize how well done this game actually is. And what's been happening with us is it's just that it's, as I said, it's that unknown when we're sailing the high seas, because you do run into other player ships, and and it can end up in pirate ship battle wars. You're going on to each, so I got a 50G achievement today, and it's really rare, really, really rare to get in Sea of Thieves. So this ship started attacking us, and within the game you can put yourself in a cannon and fire yourself out. So I was saying to the guys, I'm going to go onto their ship and fuck them up with fire bombs, because they're doing my head in. So I was like, right, I'm going to cannon over as close as I can. I got in the cannon, fired myself out, and I landed on their ship. So it's really hard to do. I got 50G achievement for that, so I was really happy with that today. So what's been happening is we've been fighting a lot of enemy players and winning a lot. We did have one frustrating game where we were right at the end of the Tall Tale, and an enemy ship came and attacked us, and they actually fucked us up and sunk our ship, and we were like, oh no, our Tall Tale, we've spent hours on this. But it does checkpoints on the Tall Tale, so we just had to reload the checkpoint, and luckily it was pretty close to where we'd got to anyway. But yeah, we've been absolutely loving this game, and there's another feature which I've only just started doing this week on Sea of Thieves, because I do enjoy fucking people up, but sometimes you want to be friends. So there's a way of becoming friends with other ships, other players and their ships as well. You put this certain flag up, and you become a little.
The rainbow flag.
No, it's not actually. It's just a little flag, and then you become a little team, and then you can see their ship on the map at all times, and they can see yours. But when you sell your loot, they get a cut, and vice versa as well. So that's quite a cool way of making extra money in game. There's also a season pass in the game, very much like Fort Shy and the Call of Duty. Goes up to level 100. This season pass has 8 weeks left. It's only been out literally 2 weeks, and it's out of 100, and I'm up to level 79. That's how much I've been playing this game. It's just been crazy. I've just been loving it, and it's that game. I turn my PC on. It's on Xbox and PC, but I've got it on the PC, and it's just like I'm playing Sea of Thieves, and it's. But what's made it so good is. It's just my times have matched up perfectly with gaming with people in the community on Sea of Thieves this week, and that's what makes the game the ultimate fun. When you're playing with friends and you're just journeying around, and it's just that stuff like you'll be sailing across the sea, it's like, oh shit, there's a ship to our east. Oh my god, what we're gonna do, and it's all that discussions and what we're gonna do, and and then it's like, right, we need to figure out these riddles, and we're all having little arguments on how the best way to solve it and stuff. It's just, it's just so fucking good, man. It's my favourite game at the minute still, and it's just a lot of fun, family friendly, no blood and guts. You got your skellies and all that in it, but you just hammering them, and yeah, it's a great game, man. I love it. My little boy loves watching me play it. So he's like, Daddy, you playing the pirate ship game again? Is that red skull? That scary red skull in the sky, And it's just a great game, man. I love it. Absolutely brilliant.
He's going to have his own console soon, isn't he?
He's already got his own Xbox.
Is that the one downstairs, is it?
No, I gave him my old Xbox One. It's his.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you sold
Yeah.
that.
No, I sold my One X. I've still got my day one launch edition of
Okay.
Xbox One, yeah. So,
Oh, okay, your day one. Okay, so
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah. So
Yeah.
hopefully he won't become a frame rate snob.
Oh,
Yeah.
he will. Yeah, so that's Sea of Thieves. It's absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. One game that Peebs forgot to mention that we played this week was Division 2. So we played so we did one mission of that, myself, Peebs, and Captain Venom. We still love the Division. It's much better than Outriders in every single way. It's great. And there's that. I did complete a game on Monday or Tuesday. Yakuza 7. I finally finished it.
Hey, finally.
Yeah, it was absolutely freaking amazing. If you haven't played a Yakuza game, play this one. It's a brand new characters, brand new story. Again, Wes, I've been talking to, he can actually complete it before me. He'd never played a Yakuza game before, never liked turn-based combat ever in any game, and he loved this game, and it's got him into the Yakuza games, and he's now going to go and play all the old ones, even though the combat is different. But what I like about this is if you're a fan of all the original games, there's a lot of fan service in this game, so old characters turn up throughout the game and help you out in various ways. Obviously, you're in the same environment in some of the game as well, and it's just the story and the gameplay, everything just came together, and I was just, wow, this so fucking good. And it's just like there's references to Dragon Quest throughout the game as well, because the main character is a big Dragon Quest fan, so that's quite funny at times. Yeah, it's I can't really explain much because I've talked about it in so many podcasts now, and I finally finished it. All I just wanted to say is it's up there with one of my favourite games of all time. It's that good.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. Right. I started a new game this week. Well, it's not new. Well, it's new for me, but not new for everyone else. Jedi Fallen Order. So I've been playing that a little bit this week. I am on to the third world now. And I'm actually really enjoying it, even though it has a few setbacks. We'll talk about those very quickly. So the setbacks for Jedi Fallen Order are just the map design can be a little bit frustrating at times. And then the actual map you're looking at to figure out where to go is just dog shit. It's not that great. But the most frustrating thing for me is, it feels a little bit like an Uncharted Tomb Raider-ish kind of game with, your like the way your characters like always seems to be, there's always lots of obstacles to climb on and like wall climbing, etc. There's a lot of that in the game, but with the map design itself, the thing that's most frustrating to me is you get to the end of the area and you do your thing, and then you've got to backtrack all the way through the fucking level to get back to your ship, and it's just frustrating because you've got to find, because a lot of the pathways you've gone are locked, so you need to find new ways to get back to your ship, and sometimes it's such a fucking ball ache to figure out. It's just too long sometimes. And the whole game's weird because it's like a Star Wars Dark Souls in a weird way. Like, so you've got these meditation points, and if you meditate to get your health back and all that bollocks, all the enemies respawn. It's just a little. So that's a bit odd because it's like, well, I've already killed all the enemies in this area. Now they're all back like nothing's happened.
It's like the fucking false, man. Don't question the false.
Yeah, but apart from that, I'm actually really enjoying the story. Apart from there is a few annoying characters in it. Mainly Eyeball Lady, I call her. There's a lady on the ship and she looks like a fucking frog. Her eyes are just like hanging out her head. She's just a bit annoying. But it's fun. It's a fun romp. It's my second time trying to play this. First time I didn't like it. The first time I played it, I only did the first level, and I was just a bit like, fucking don't know if I can be arsed with this. But now I've persevered on the second time and got a bit further. I am enjoying it. It feels like it's set in between a couple of the films, isn't it? I mean, I'm not really super au fait with the Star Wars universe.
No, I'm not.
It was set after Revenge of the Sith, as far as I understand it.
I thought you were a Star Wars fanboy, peeps.
I am to a certain point, but I don't know like the like when this was supposed to have been set.
It's set after Order 66 when they ordered all the Jedi be killed.
Right.
So it's in a period after the third film where a small number of Jedi are in hiding, and the Empire has risen.
Yeah, so this is all about finding a lot of the Jedi and all that bollocks. And yeah, I mean, I like it. It's a very beautiful game. Apparently there's going to be a remaster coming out for the PS5 and the Series X. I don't really understand why, because I'm playing it at the moment on the Series X and it looks nice. Even though the one thing I will say is there's an option when you're playing it to have it on 4K mode or knock it down to 1080p for performance mode. I had to knock it down to 1080p performance mode because at 4K the frame rate was just all over the fucking place. It was giving me a headache. So there's just something to be wary of if you haven't played it yet, and maybe just wait for the updated version, which will probably just run a lot better at 4K. But it looks great. It runs great. It's fun, man. I'm really digging it at the moment. Some of the boss battles are quite fun as well. Facing off against the ATST is quite fun. Using your force powers to throw missiles back at it, and using your lightsaber to hit the laser beams back at it and stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. And you unlock more powers as you progress throughout the game, and it's just a lot of fun. And there's a lot of epic moments. Like it feels. Like when I'm playing it, it feels very vast. It feels like you're playing through a movie in some sense as well. Like you'll be walking along and then like big ships will come flying past or taking off or whatever, and you just feel, it just feels quite grand, like a ground scale. You know, it's pretty cool. It's a good game apart from the setbacks I've mentioned.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I just like I say I said when I was playing it at the time on the podcast, I said the map system's really annoying. You're trying to find out because there's like levels of the map as well, so it's hard to fathom what part of the level you're on. I actually had to use a YouTube guide to find my way back out of the level, which was really annoying.
Yeah, that is shite, isn't it? When you have to do
because a lot of these games normally once you had a long level to go through and you like get a boss or anything at the end, normally they do a shortcut so that you're out at the end of the level, whereas this one you do have to do backtracking a lot, which is
it takes like half an hour just to get back to your fucking ship. You know, come on.
Yeah.
And I because I did one level and I thought, I'm going the right way here on the way back, and I ended up going completely the wrong way. I was like, fuck's sake. Oh. Yeah. But yeah, I mean it's good anyway. I'm enjoying it. Cool. I played a tiny bit of Final Fantasy 12 because I've got that on the go as well, and I'm still enjoying that. And I played a game called Scavengers on the PC that I can finally talk about. I've been playing this for a little while, beta testing it. It's a lot of fun. So it's only on PC at the moment. It's on Epic Store and on Steam, and it's basically a battle royale, but it has a little bit of a twist to it. So it's in a snowy world, and it's got like some of the survival stuff. So like you'll slowly get cold over time, so you need to get to fires to warm up a little bit and collect like berries for food, which is quite cool. But what it is, it's basically a survival game. So you get dropped on this planet and you got to collect this data for this AI. I don't really know the ins and outs more of the story than that, but there's something to do with saving the human race or something. So you go onto the planet, you need to collect this data, and there's enemy AI scattered around the world. They're like zombies, but there's also other player teams within the map as well, which obviously are hostile. So there's that aspect as well, but each map lasts the same amount of time, and then at the end, the drop ships come down for you to escape. So you need to get to dropship before the time runs out. The only thing is, other enemy teams will also be going for these dropships as well. So you get into some firefights when you're trying to get onto those dropships. Now there is also another game mode, which is like a playground, which it's like a hub world thing, but you can like go down this ski slope and do like some mini games and stuff. And what's cool about this is you can have thousands of players in this hub. So when I did the test, they went up to 10,000 players.
Shit.
In this. It was absolutely insane. And what was crazy was there was no lag, FPS drops, anything. It's because they're all using cloud. They're using some cloud technology to pump out the game's performance. So it's using it's using the technology to get all these players into the world at the same time. So I can see there being because the game is in beta, but I think in the future that you're going to be seeing a bigger map with a lot more players in the world, which is going to be really, really fun. So I've not played it load. I played it probably about 5 or 6 hours over the last few weeks. Obviously I've not been able to talk about it until now. But yeah, I've been really enjoying the different game modes, playing with it's squads are free, and you can unlock more characters as you progress through the game, and they have different weapons and little abilities and stuff. Yeah, it's a fun little game. I'm not sure if it's going to come to consoles or not, but at the moment it's just PC. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. It really, really is. It's an open beta, so anyone can play it. So jump onto Epic Game Store or Steam, download it, and give it a go. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. That's all I've been playing.
Yeah.
So it didn't take me that long at all.
No, it didn't. Well, we did dent it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing a little bit of Ring Fit, but not enough really. My missus has been doing it every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been getting a lot of use. So, but I need to get into a bit of more of a routine with it, to be honest, because it is a serious workout, that Ring Fit. It really is. You do 20 minutes and you're fucked. So
No pain, no gain.
I know, mate. It's good. So I mean, I want to use it more because I've been doing my walks every day. I'm doing like a 3.5 mile walk every day. I'm drinking my Huel. I'm only eating one actual meal a day, so I'm trying to lose some weight. And I think the Ring Fit will help if I actually use the fucking thing. So I need to get on it. Yeah.
Nice. How you farts? All right.
Mate, they stink. They're fucking awful. Oh my god! Because I think like a lot of people only use the Huel once a day.
You use it twice, do you?
But I use it for breakfast and lunch. Yeah, because I've got 4 flavours, you see, so I've got a little bit of variety. Yeah.
Gotcha. What flavours you got?
So I've got banana, I've got salted caramel, I've got chocolate, and I've got vanilla.
Have you on the black or white then?
Black.
Yeah, I've got black as well. Got that? Yeah, they're much.
Oh,
yeah,
you got the Huel as well? I didn't realise you were on the Huel.
Yeah, I've been on for ages, man.
Oh, okay. Yes, I've got the black. So I only started it a few weeks ago, but I spent. Yeah. Is it because it's 50 quid for 2 bags? So I just went out and bought 4 bags.
Yeah. Well, I don't have it every day. I have it maybe 3-4 times a week. But I like blend. I was like, this is really boring for the listeners. I know. Yeah. I blend bananas and berries in and shit.
Yeah. So with the banana. I've got banana flavour is the best flavour of the black. That's my favourite, and I put a banana in with it.
Nice. I've got the vanilla as well, which is good. If you want to, they're the good basic ones. If you want to put like berries and strawberries in, have the vanilla one. Yeah, that works.
But I've ended up mixing the flavours as well. So the salt caramel with chocolate. I put a scoop of each in. It's quite nice.
There you go.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of tip.
How to make your shit smell fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Well, as I say, last time I did it, I lost quite a bit of weight. So this is what my aim at the moment is to just lose probably about 1 stone at least. I need to lose some weight. So yeah. Anyways, we got some questions.
Yes. Yeah. Now we've done dietary tips and advice.
Yeah.
Lol.
Okay. Wes says, as you know, I've been playing Returnal and getting my ass kicked, but I'm still loving it.
What's your opinion on hard and challenging games that don't allow you to change the difficulty? Do you feel like every game should be accessible to everyone that plays games, or do you think it's good to have challenging games for the Peru gamers that want a challenge? That's a good question.
Well, as long as
Any
it's got all the
answers?
I think as long as it's got the settings on it. I mean, I know it's going to be if it's got an easy set like we were talking about on R-Type earlier. If it's got that setting on there, it makes you be able to complete the game. It's whether you can resist for the hardcore, whether they can resist putting it on that setting.
See, my opinion. I mean, I think there's definitely a place for having games with no difficulty settings and making them rock hard, because as long as you're aware when you're fully going into the game that is the case, I don't have a problem.
Well, you're thinking like Dark Souls. That's
yeah, exactly. There is a place for those, and but if you're looking at mass market kind of games, much like Resident Evil 8 earlier, which I nubbed it down to easy, mainly because I wanted to experience the story and the gameplay rather than be challenged. Because to me, when I play a challenging game, it's like score attack. You're trying to best your last performance rather than struggle through to the end of a story.
Yeah, like Pac-Man or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. Exactly. I always put stuff like that on the hardest difficulty because that's how I want to play it. But if it comes to like a story game, I think there should be to a degree. But from what I can tell from this Returnal, it is pretty much a score attack. What I can tell, I'm not correct if I'm wrong, but that's fine.
I have no idea. I don't know.
You don't know. There you go. So yeah, I think it's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, from my point, I think it just depends on the game itself. So, I think most games being accessible, having the options is a good thing. Just because there's a lot of people, different skills. People might have disabilities, so trying to cater for that for the mass market, I think it's a good thing. But as I say, like games like Dark Souls, I think there is a place for them. I mean, I loved the original one. It's the only one I've ever fucking completed. I thought the other ones I just couldn't be fucked with because I've got no patience. But yeah, I think there is definitely an argument for both. I think, as you say, it just depends on the game. I don't think there's a hard yes or no.
Yeah. I don't mind being challenged in the game. I don't mind it, but if something is impossible for impossible's sake, and it is hindering progress, I do think there should be the ability to nub it down.
Yeah.
But Dark Souls isn't that game. Yeah.
Cool. I was looking at a video at this Returnal, and the graphics look quite good. Okay. Rooski Doo says, I broke my finger today.
Oh shit, man.
Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. He said he twatted it on a metal carabiner at a rock climbing place. Ouch. Ouchie. Anyway, he says, my first thought was, shit, I hope I'm still able to play video games. What's been your biggest physical barrier to gaming from injury or otherwise?
So you said a question. I missed that. I dropped out for a second. Was it about an injury?
He says, what's been your biggest physical barrier to gaming from an injury or otherwise?
Drunkenness.
Throwing my back out.
Yeah.
Throwing your back out stops you gaming if you'd be sitting there in your comfy chair gaming. No?
Well, yeah, but it's like depends where you're holding your controller. It like puts strain in between your shoulder blades and stuff, and it can be a complete git.
Mine would be just get it like when I get a really bad headache, and that does happen quite often. I'm like, right,
oh yeah, that's shit.
Off. Yeah. Just
or the summer. Summer's a real good gateway to stop me gaming because I'm sweating too much and can't concentrate.
For me in the summer, it's just right. I want to be outside in the sunshine, getting some vitamin D. I know one member of our community, Tandil. He's been a member of our community for a long time. He's slowly been going blind.
Oh man!
Throughout the last 10 years or so. So now he's got to a point where he can't really game at all. He's got he's pretty much, well, he's actually registered as proper blind because he's got
guide dog now. But he said to me he can just about still plays baseball games, just not for long, and he can hardly make out what's happening on the screen. But yeah, it's a shame, man. I mean, that's a fucking horrible thing to happen to anybody.
Hopefully, technology will come out some far in the future where hopefully it can get through that barrier somehow.
Yeah. Byron's just said that a baseball player broke his finger playing video games. He saw the story just a few hours ago. How do you break your finger playing video games? I mean, come on. That's just
punching a wall.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
man. It's the dodgy buttons on Hyper. Was it Hyper Athlete? Well, that Konami game. What was it? Track and field.
Oh man, I used to love track and field on PS1. I mean, brrr, used to get the coin between the two buttons, or just tap him really fast with his fingers.
Biro.
Oh,
Biro. Just balance it and then give it the old.
That's so funny.
What do you call it? Tremors.
Oh. I used to love that game, man. So good. That's it for Discord. I don't think we've had anything on Bookface. I don't even think I even asked for questions on Bookface. I can't remember. Let's have a quick look before we end, just in case. No questions on Bookface. Okay, that's all the questions done then.
Nice.
Good times. Any more questions from Twitch before we go?
No.
Right, we're going to play this Dino game.
Yes.
All right, I'll see if I can jump on. Oh, you have to. I need to. You have to register for an account with that.
Yeah, it won't take you long.
I haven't even done that yet, so I need to do.
You have to go on the register.
Yeah, I've been on it for years. All right, that's the end of the show then. Awesome time. Bloody hell, record 1 hour 45 minutes.
We could have gone on for an extra hour if Sly was on.
I know, when we probably would have done, and you know what he's like.
We're going to have to rip him for this.
Yeah, been banging on.
I thought it'd go on for too long.
Yeah. Oh dear. Right, guys, that's the end of the show. Thank you very much for coming on, everybody. It's been awesome. Thank you to everyone who has been listening and watching live on the Twitch stream. You're all awesome. Most importantly, though, big thank you to all the patrons out there. You are the reason there is a show every single week of the year. If you haven't subscribed and you want to spare £5 a month, that website is patreon.com/360gamercast. Thank you very much. And from there, we say, from me, Mark Webb, Gamertag, Piss and D, Steam and D, Webby 360G.
Bye, Cinema Dan.
Resident Chivo, Mr. Peebs.
I may play a new game next week since I switch.
Awesome. So thank you very much.
Or may not.
Well, you'll hear about it in the outtakes. So thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Goodbye. What game is it, Darren?
Resident, isn't that out this week?
It's out this week, is it? Oh, fucking hell. I forget all
think
the
so.
launch dates. Oh, man. Too many games.
I have
So
my
little time.
Lentacular Sleeve edition pre-ordered.
Oh, lovely. I just finished 19.
I'll probably moan about it next week and say
Yeah, you
it
probably
fucking don't look
will.
right and it sticks out compared to all the other PS5 game cases.
Can't wait. You just go, right, get the file out. Start fucking cutting that down. Cool. Right,
Cool,
are we doing
man.
this Dino game then?
Yeah, let's do
have
it.
a look at it. Let's have a look.
Let's have a quick look before bedtime. Cool.
It's quite
Alright,
early, though, isn't it?
dudes. Yeah,
I'll be sleeping like a trooper today, so I'll be up late.
cool. Well, I'm at work tomorrow,
Nice.
so I'm not going to be up late.
Cool.
All right, awesome. All right, everyone, thank you very much. We will see you.
You already said goodbye.
Yeah, I know. So bye to the Twitch people. Say bye to the Twitch people who are sitting there watching. See you later, Twitch people. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.